Hey guys and gals, this is Todd with High Scale Reptiles and Enclosures, and this morning I just wanted to go over a few tools of the trade, if you will, for venomous snake keeping. I've been getting a lot of questions lately about people who are wanting to get into venomous reptiles and are wanting to head out onto their own journey, and that's all well and good, but there's a few necessary tools that you must have if you're going to get into venomous keeping. And I've got a few of them right here. There may be some missing. It's early. I'm trying to throw together a video to kind of post today to get some information out there. But these are the basics. There's other stuff that you can also collect and get along the way. But these are, like I said, your basic necessary items if you want to even keep one. I'm going to start out with a venomous bucket. And this is just a 5-gallon bucket with a Gamma Seal lid. Now, in my opinion, whether you're collecting in the field or not, it's necessary to have this bucket because if you need to take anything to the vet, you can transport it safely. It has a venomous sticker on it. God forbid you end up getting into an accident or something and you're unable to respond. I hope that never happens. But if police officers or paramedics or anybody needs to get into your vehicle, it's clearly labeled and they know what's going to be in that bucket if there is anything in there. Now, I try to keep venomous buckets for all our venomous and normal buckets for all our non-venomous for very specific reasons, obviously. The other thing that's very important to have is a water sprayer. It's just an insecticide sprayer that you can get from Home Depot for 20 bucks. There's a million different ones out there that you can get. But this is good for refilling water bowls. You want to make sure you wash your water bowls every day when you refill them or every other day when you refill them. But at least when you put the water bowl back into the enclosure, this sprayer will make it easier to fill it. If you're trying to put back a full water bowl into an enclosure with a venomous snake, I'm sorry, but you're doing it wrong. So, an enclosure with a lock. Now, these enclosures right here, along with the buckets, you can actually get from us, and you can find us at www.facebook.com/High Scale Enclosures. There's just one E in between scale and enclosures. Now, we do sell these. This one is a 36 by 18 by 12, and all this is a jewelry lock, and it just slides right off so that you can get in and out of the enclosure. Now, this particular enclosure is brand new. It's never been used. It's just set up with some glitter in that for TRF. So there's nothing really fancy about it. It's just a box. But you have to make sure that every enclosure you have is absolutely locked. Doesn't matter if you have kids or not. You don't want a venomous snake getting loose in your house. Period. Even if it's just you and that snake. It's not a surprise you want to run into. Now, going back to these other tools here, your venomous tubes or your restraining tubes. These are good if you have any issues, stuck shed. It happens a lot if you're into rattlesnakes and that, especially along the rattle. If you want to get stuck shed off the animal, you can use the bucket and the tubes to go ahead and restrain the animal. It's a safe way of handling. Free handling is not a safe way of handling animals. Yes, there are people who do it, and it's just pure stupidity. So just stay away from that. Make sure you're using the proper tools. This right here is called a Hydra. This is actually one of my favorite tongs right here. I got this from Stoney McDonald at www.aestoney.com, and it's animal equipment by Stoney. And honestly, they have 3 interchangeable heads, and this is my favorite head on it because this works out really well for our rock rattlesnakes and our smaller croats and that. Absolutely great pair of tongs. I would definitely suggest picking you up a pair. I believe the price on them is only like $45, but like I said, it comes with 3 interchangeable heads, and it's just a really, really great tool. Various tongs is something you're going to want to have depending on the length of your animals and the size of your animals that you're working with. We also have these that we got from Stoney, which are a great set of tongs. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Stoney's tongs, and again, you can get that at his website at aestoney.com. Now, we also have various hooks. Now, I only brought out a couple of hooks, but I get a lot of hooks from Stoney as well. Stoney makes some fantastic hooks. There's also another guy that makes some fantastic hooks, and that's Toby Joe Petty. And you can find him on my Facebook. but he really makes these well-balanced hooks. You can get them a little heavier, you can get them a little lighter. His stuff is just truly amazing. If you get a chance, I would suggest you contact him. He has great prices on all his stuff, and his hooks are really, really well balanced. Now, I also go with some smaller hooks for our smaller rock rattlesnakes, and that hook size does matter, because there are some snakes that are going to be heavier and bigger, obviously. And I would definitely suggest that you go out and you get yourself a long pair of hemostats. This pair right here is 18 inches. This is great for feeding. It's great for removing water bowls when you need to take them out of the enclosure, and then when you want to put them back in the enclosure. So those are definitely a must, especially when you want to retrieve rodents that aren't getting eaten. It kind of helps you where you don't have to take the snake out every single time. And then these are Venomous stickers. Venomous stickers should be on everything. I'm a firm believer that if you have an enclosure like this and there's a venomous snake in it, it needs to have a sticker on it. Again, God forbid somebody has to get into your house, the police, the paramedics, the fire department, anything like that. It's always good for them to know what they're walking into. I would never want to have somebody walk into my house not knowing what they're getting into. It's just safety. I also have bite protocols for a lot of our different animals, which I did not bring out here. You can get the bite protocols from Florida Snake Bite Institute. They're only like $5, and they'll ship them out to you. It's just an excellent thing to have for different species if you have them. If anything ever happens, you can take that bite protocol with you into the hospitals, and they'll know what they need to do if they don't already. So these are just a few tools I wanted to share with you guys, and I wanted to make sure that you guys are setting yourselves up with if you do decide that you want to get into venomous keeping. Like I said, you know, aestoney.com, highscalereptiles.com, facebook.com/highscalereptiles. Toby Joe Petty, I apologize, Toby, I don't have a website for you memorized in my head, but he makes some really excellent stuff. I would definitely check him out. And then as far as your restraining tubes, you can get those from Stoney, I believe, as well. The buckets you can get from Stoney. You can also get the buckets from us here at High Scale Reptiles. The sprayer, you can actually get that at Home Depot, any Home Depot or Lowe's or anything like that. And then, of course, the enclosures, which you can get from us at High Scale Enclosures. Anyways, if you have any questions, go ahead and comment below. I really appreciate you guys watching this. Please be safe. If you decide to get into venomous keeping, it really is a great journey. It's very rewarding. There are so many species out there that are really great to work with. But like I said, safety first, and just be careful. Thanks for watching.